Yes.
Hello.
Hey, buddy, it's Matt Sarah and Jim Norton again. How are you?
What up, Kevin?
Yo, what's going on? What's going on? Good to hear you.
So, what are you now? You're a couple days away from the fight. So, what exactly are you doing at this point? Just cutting weight and trying to relax?
Yeah, I mean that's what it's all about. All the physical is all done, so now it's just about the mental aspect of it, you know. So I'm over here in LA getting the rest of the media rounds in and trying to focus, and it's really going to test my focus on the fight.
Oh, okay. We thought of you because of you train in Vegas. Obviously, what happened? But you were not there when that happened.
No, I just flew to LA last night. I just woke up this morning and kind of heard all the news and have been looking at it, and you know, it kind of hits close to home just because I know exactly where that was. You know, I was just there a couple of days ago for a charity event, and you know, it's kind of it's scary, it's shocking, but you know, you can't let it. You know, you just got to keep living life, right?
It's always weird when you see like, we know terrible things happen everywhere. But when you're watching something on the news where something bad is happening, like, oh my God, I have a frame of reference. Like, I've been in that place. Like, I've seen that from that point of view.
Yeah, it makes it worse. You know, it makes it. You know, you hear about all these terrible things all the time, and just, our brain is able to disconnect it. But when it's something that's when you see it and you can see everything else around it, you know, it makes it a little closer to home. Which you know, I mean. It ain't no different than, look, man, everybody goes through struggles. Everybody goes through these same things. So it ain't no different than anybody else in the world. It just happened to happen, you know, right here, right now.
Right. And you know, there's been so many great UFC fights at Mandalay over the years, too. So, well, it's good you weren't there. You were out of town. And it's weird you fly to L.A., too. I mean, that technically is a 5-hour drive. Did you ever think of just driving it? Like, 'cause by the time you get to the airport, you go through security, your plane can be delayed. Like, do you ever just want to say, fuck it, and hop in the car?
Yeah, my girl, my assistant, she was just telling me that yesterday. I probably should have. Like, I mean, I probably would have, you know. But no, the flying, no, it really don't bother me too much, especially if it's a short flight. You know, the biggest thing is the weight right now. But
right.
I've dealt with it so much that it's no problem. You know, as long as I keep some water around me, and you know, I got this weight cut down to a science, so I make sure that that's my biggest focus right now. And it is the weight cut, not even everything else with it.
And now that you're fighting the main event, I mean, you fought main events before, but I mean, this is a big one. This is a main event pay-per-view. I mean, is it changing for you, your recognition level among people? Like when you go out now, I'm sure people are starting to recognize you more and more as you're becoming a much more famous guy.
Yeah. I mean, that's, you know, that's natural. I was kind of expecting it too, so it's really not a shock to me. I think a lot of other fighters, it becomes like a shock. But I was kind of expecting it, so it's really, you know, it's cool and all, but it really don't change my approach or it don't change my game. It don't really, you know, I mean, people recognize me a little bit more, but you know, it's more so for the people that already know me, and you know, they know I ain't never changed, so it ain't gonna be no different. The only people that change is the people that just now recognize me. They just get hit
right.
for the game, so they've been, you know, they've been slacking for all these years.
Hey, congrats on your house, by the way. I was watching the countdown specials. Very nice. The house is very nice. I think what a nice, you know, you're showing you have your family there. Your parents are proud of you. You have your brothers. I like seeing that, man. That's very, very nice, positive piece there. That was really nice to watch. A nice house, by the way.
Yeah. Oh, thanks. I mean, it worked out kind of smooth, actually. You know, that just happened to be the day that we were filming Countdown 2. Was the day that I finished signing for the house. You know, so it's been a lot this camp. You know, moving into the house, getting all the stuff ready, and anytime you could do that has always been stressful on top of fight camp. So, but look, it's been what I've been striving for my whole life. So it's kind of giving me a little extra motivation, you know, when you see the fruits of your labor a little bit. So, you know, it's nice. I'm happy for it, and I'm happy that I'm able to show my brothers, show people that were in the same situation as me, that come from living in nothing, you know, that come from living on the street, that, you know, with a little bit of hard work, a little bit of face punching, a little bit of dedication, you can make it happen.
Yeah, it's wild, man. Like I was listening to some of the stories you were telling about back home when people would break into your house, and sometimes your brothers were there or somebody they pretended they're sleeping, so they wouldn't want to.
Yeah, that's. I mean, and that's really happened multiple times. I can remember days where we would come home, my brother would be shook, and we're like, you know, what's going on with you? You know, he's young, he's about 6-7 years old, and you know, he would tell us like, oh, there was some dude in here, and he had to pretend to be asleep on the couch.
Wow.
The guy goes through the bedrooms, ransacks the rooms and all that. I mean, it's just kind of what you deal with when you live in situations like that. So I'm happy that I'm able to use my body, use my health to bring my family up out of that.
I don't know much about Grand Rapids. Is it like, Detroit is known as kind of a tough area. Is Grand Rapids kind of have that reputation too?
Grand Rapids a little bit. I just went to Grand Rapids for college. So
Oh.
I only lived there for 2.5, maybe 3 years.
Oh, I'm sorry. Where were you raised?
No, I'm born and raised in Detroit.
Oh, you are Detroit. Okay, that makes
Born and
perfect
raised
sense.
yeah. I'm born and raised in the city. We stayed on 7 Mile. Last place we stayed was Joy Road. Which, if you ever hear about anybody from Detroit or go ever visit, don't ever go on 7 Mile. Don't ever go on Joy Road. Don't ever go none of this.
Why?
Don't go 6 Mile. Don't go McNichols. You don't need to. That's why you don't want to. I'm telling you. It's like when you go to the favelas in Brazil. You just don't need to.
Yeah.
I've stayed out of them too. There's something about that. It just felt. I was with friends down in Rio. I went 3 times. Just to take in some of the local flavor. And they have favela tours, and it just felt weird to like take a tour where people are living and like just to observe poverty. It just seemed kind of shitty and predatory. And you also have to
It's like some of the most privileged shit that you can ever do.
It really is, right?
I know exactly what you're talking about. I've been down in Brazil a couple of times, and my manager has said that to me. He said he wanted to walk through the favelas. And I'm like, what you want to walk through the favelas for? Like, people, that ain't nothing to see. It ain't really nothing, So, yeah, I don't know. It's some wild shit. I don't know. I don't understand it.
Kevin, before you called in, we were just talking about your upcoming fight this weekend versus Tony Ferguson, and I really enjoy when both guys are extremely confident. Now, Tony, coming off 10 wins in a row, I believe, right? And versus some name guys, obviously a lot of name guys. He's extremely confident. The guy hasn't tasted defeat in a long, long time. What is it? Now, listen, you're putting guys away left and right. You earned to be where you're at. But what gives you, now, with this matchup, what gives you such confidence with this? Do you feel like, look, it doesn't matter who you give me, or you see something in Tony that, hey, man, I know I can expose this. I got this up my sleeve. What is it that makes you so confident in this fight?
When I look at our skills, I break it down. Tony he's super aggressive. And that's kind of what he relies on, Even those fights, you say he won 10 fights in a row. I look at a lot of them, and I'm saying, he could have lost a lot of those. He was getting his ass whooped by Abel. He was getting his ass whooped by Dos Anjos. And those dudes just get sick of hitting them. Which is, it's great. Like, I do give Tony a whole lot of respect, especially in this game. It's hard to come by. You see, he was just trying to fight Verdun, who's 3 times the size. I give Tony a lot of respect, but when I break down our skin, look at it, and I see who's, at a certain point, like all that craziness, it just ain't. I'm sorry, like he's gonna get whooped up.
Kevin, your phone is sorry, buddy, your phone crapped out just a little bit. We lost that last thing you were saying.
Oh yeah, I know. I think my cell reception is going in and out here. But no, he's talking about training like a caveman. There's a reason why cavemen are extinct. They don't last too long. The only thing that's gonna let them do running in the mountains with bears is only gonna let him take a longer ass whooping. I don't think he's gone back. I don't think he's assessed his skill. I don't think he really has filled the holes in his game. And I'm gonna go out there and I'm gonna show them holes.
You think he's taking? I mean, listen, the guy obviously trains professionally, but he's been taking some jabs at you. Something or rather, like, me and a coach saw him hitting pads and we're laughing, or this or that. Listen, I'm not a shit stirrer. I'm just saying, do you think he's taking you as serious as he should?
I mean, hey, that's up to him. If he don't want to, then he gonna see. Because I'm taking it like as the biggest fight of my life. So if he don't, then hey, look, it's gonna be. I love easy money, so I wish he wouldn't. But
we lost you again, Kev.
Can you hear me?
Now we can hear you. Yes.
Yeah, but I think we're driving through it.
Nope.
Oh man.
Oh, you're driving, huh? Oh no, he might be. He's on a long bridge.
He's underneath.
Is there any Vegas tunnels?
Going through a tunnel.
Oh no, this happens sometimes.
All right, Kevin.
Give him a second.
All right.
If we lose him, we'll say.
Wow,
Yep, where he's dropped. Let's just drop.
Is he dropped?
Yeah, he's gone. This
Kevin Lee.
After 9 minutes without a response, I really like Kevin Lee a lot. So,
I do too, man.
If we have what time is Demetrius?
He's calling in any minute.
So with Kevin, I guess we have